What if I told you that Suzuki is about to bring back a monster so aggressive, so unapologetically powerful, that the streets might never be the same again? This isn't just a motorcycle. This is pure muscle on two wheels. This is the 2026 Suzuki B-King 1300 SHOCKS, and yes, the name says it all. The moment you lay eyes on this beast, you realize it's not built to blend in. It's built to dominate. The stance alone screams authority. That wide rear tire, the massive fuel tank, the muscular body panels wrapping around a brutal inline-four engine, everything about it looks like it's flexing. It's the kind of bike that doesn't ask for attention, it demands it. Suzuki has always had a wild side, and the B-King name carries serious legacy energy. But this 2026 SHOCKS edition takes things to another level. Imagine a 1,300cc powerhouse tuned for explosive acceleration, delivering relentless torque from the first twist of the throttle. You don't ride this bike gently, you hold on, fire it up, and the sound alone sends chills down your spine. That deep, throaty exhaust note builds into a savage roar as the RPM climbs. It's not just noise, it's mechanical aggression, the kind that echoes through tunnels and turns heads from blocks away. Every gear shift feels sharp, precise, and purposeful. Every throttle input feels instant and violent in the best possible way. But this isn't just about raw power. The 2026 B-King 1300 SHOCKS is engineered to control that madness. Up front, you get premium inverted forks that keep the front planted even under brutal braking. Dual high-performance disc brakes bite hard, giving you confidence to push deeper into corners. The rear suspension is tuned for both street comfort and aggressive riding, meaning it can handle city streets and weekend blasts without compromise. And let's talk about that design. The LED headlight setup looks futuristic and intimidating, like the face of a predator ready to strike. The tank shrouds are sculpted for aerodynamic flow while still keeping that muscular Streetfighter vibe alive. Every angle of this bike looks intentional. Every line feels sharp and aggressive. This isn't soft styling, this is industrial art. Slide onto the seat and you immediately notice the riding position. It's slightly aggressive, slightly upright, the perfect balance for street domination. Your hands fall naturally onto wide handlebars that give you total control. The foot pegs are positioned for confident cornering, and the seat is sculpted to lock you in during hard acceleration. This bike doesn't want you to sit back and relax. It wants you engaged. The digital instrument cluster brings the future to your fingertips. A full-color TFT display shows speed, RPM, gear position, ride modes, traction control levels, and more. Everything is crisp, clear, and easy to read even under bright sunlight. Switch between riding modes and feel the personality of the bike change instantly. One mode for smooth cruising, one for aggressive sport riding, and one that unleashes the full SHOCKS experience. On the road, the B-King feels alive. Twist the throttle and the front end gets light. Not because it's unstable, but because it's powerful. The torque delivery is thick and immediate, pushing you back into the seat with every acceleration. Overtakes become effortless. Highway cruising becomes addictive, and every straight stretch of road feels like an invitation. Yet despite its brute strength, the bike remains surprisingly composed. The chassis feels solid. The steering is responsive without being twitchy. At lower speeds, it's manageable enough for daily use. In traffic, the throttle response is smooth. The cooling system keeps temperatures under control even in slow urban riding. It's wild when you want it to be, but civilized when it needs to be. And let's not ignore the visual presence. Park this machine anywhere, and it instantly becomes the center of attention. The bold Suzuki branding, the massive engine block exposed like a badge of honor, the premium paint finishes, and those thick tires all work together to create a bike that looks expensive, powerful, and rare. This isn't something you see every day. For riders who crave individuality, The SHOCKS edition brings unique styling elements and exclusive color combinations that amplify its personality. Whether it's stealthy matte finishes, aggressive neon accents, or luxurious metallic tones, each version feels like it was built to reflect a different kind of rider. But no matter the color, the attitude remains the same, fearless. Technology also plays a big role in this machine. Advanced traction control ensures that all that power reaches the ground safely. ABS keeps braking sharp and controlled. A slipper clutch smooths out aggressive downshifts. Everything is designed to enhance performance while keeping the rider in control. Because power without control isn't impressive, it's dangerous. And Suzuki knows the difference. But here's the real question: who is this bike for? It's not for beginners. It's not for riders who want something quiet and subtle. The 2026 Suzuki B-King 1300 SHOCKS is for those who crave adrenaline, for those who want every ride to feel like an event. For riders who believe motorcycles should stir emotion, raise heartbeats, and leave a lasting impression. This bike isn't about practicality, it's about passion. It's about that early morning ride when the roads are empty and the engine note echoes across the city. It's about that late-night cruise when the LED lights glow under street lamps and every throttle twist feels electric. It's about owning something that feels alive beneath you. In a world filled with predictable machines and safe designs, the B-King 1300 SHOCKS dares to be outrageous again. It brings back the era of oversized engines and bold styling, but combines it with modern engineering and smart technology. It's a perfect blend of old-school muscle and new-school precision. So imagine this: you roll into a parking lot, the engine cuts off, silence follows, people turn, they stare, they whisper, because they know this isn't just another bike. This is something different. Something powerful, something unforgettable. The 2026 Suzuki B-King 1300 SHOCKS doesn't just ride, it roars, it doesn't just move, it attacks the road. And if you're ready for a motorcycle that lives up to its name, one that truly shocks, then this might just be the king you've been waiting for. And trust me, once you ride it, nothing else will ever feel big enough again.